Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia, Faith Edition. Now, when we left off, we were in Rodok territory, but I have made our way back to Blazing Hand Temple, and as you can see by these shifting fellows over here, they are all deciding to follow us. Now, I have read your comments, and I do believe that with these bodyguards, you can actually tell them to hold position, so I've told them to go in the corner and face the wall. Yes, that's what you get. But yes, in all seriousness, I have arrived here for one reason and one reason alone, and that is a ransom broker. As I said previously, we are losing money every single week, unless we can sell some prisoners. Of course. Okay. Wait a minute. One of you did actually say, yes, that if you continue to try to speak to the ransom broker, then you don't need to lose any units whatsoever. So I have obviously read your comment, and I am doing that, so thank you very much. Now, as you see here, we do have quite a few rather impressive units, impressive in terms of the Iron Golem at least, and we are going to be selling that for 600. So we now have 3,900. What? Okay, well, my apologies for my outburst there, but as you can see here, these swashbucklers that I did not think would be worth that much are worth 816, which is more than Iron Golem, so I'm actually wondering what the kind of stats these guys have. I have no idea though, because we're not able to talk to them, and we're not even able to talk to them outside, because we'll just say, oh, you can't try and escape, and so forth. But yes, we're going to be selling these guys, and watch the money go up. Oh yes. Look at that, almost 6,400 right now, and we can then continue to sell all of these things. Rodok Priests, we have 9 of them, they're selling for 170, that is insane. 204 for that fellow, for 140, 150, 104, and 204 for 5 of these guys, that is impressive. So we now have 10,600 dinars, and I'm actually really tempted to head on over to the bank and put in some more money there, but I think at the moment we probably need this money to offset the losses that we are currently undergoing here. So, without further ado, let's try to increase Jeremus's attack strength a little bit here, and I think we're probably going to be giving him a little bit in shield as well. I want to make sure that he can stay alive versus archers a little bit more. And now, one of you did actually mention that you'd like me to go over what companions are going to be which type of class. And I think we can kind of tell at the moment what they're going to be. At the moment, Ferentis is not the right tag, however, so we're going to make him a cavalry. He's going to be a heavy cavalry in the end, but obviously we do need to get some armor for him at some point. Xanavar is going to be an archer. I think Kevtil is probably going to be a cavalryman as well. And Nizar, why are they all tagged as infantry? That is really bad on my part. Lezelit is going to be a heavy infantry. He's not going to get a horse, I don't believe, unless at some point I might give him one, because he does have some pretty high riding skill. No, he only has 2, but that is, I suppose, enough to ride most horses. And then we have Alathira, who is, of course, going to be an archer. Marnid is going to be a cavalry. And in the end, I do believe he is actually going to become a wizard. As you can see here, he has 18 in intelligence, so yes, I do believe getting him some more in magic power. He already has 6 in it, but yes, eventually he will become a wizard once we have enough money to give him the training that he requires. And Endel is going to be cavalry, of course, he suits that quite well. Ninok, crossbow, and Berembur as well. Jeremus is going to be heavy infantry, obviously is going to be our medic as well. And Ymira, heavy infantry too. Frudak is just going to be complete berserker. Aiden is, of course, a mage. Fruorin, I think, heavy infantry as well. And Clethy, infantry will be fine. But I do believe I am missing someone. Aren't I missing someone? I was going to make someone... Ah, yes. Kevtil. He is going to become a cleric eventually because he has 15 in charisma. I do believe that is the highest charisma rating I have ever seen, apart from in Perisno on a companion. So yes, that's very, very good to know. And indeed, it seems as though they are having a feast here, so shall we join? Shall we join and take part? Well, usually I don't really like to participate because, well, it's not really my scene. And I would like to speak to Grandmaster Tenalia, so let's see here. Aha! Oh, we gained some relation with her. We gained some more relation with her. Excellent. Do you have any tasks for us? Oh, no. Nope. She requires 7 Blazing Hand Inquisitors. Unfortunately, we require those for other shadowy means, do we not? Yes, we do. So, let's just head on over to the marketplace, make sure we have enough food, and of course we need to make sure we have enough variety in that food. Otherwise, we are going to be suffering at the hands of morale difficulties. So let's get some grain as well. We don't seem to have too much of that. And there we go. Thank you very much. So we are now going to be heading on. I did make a brief stop off at Yaruma Castle to deposit our Blazing Hand Inquisitors. As you can see here, we still have the infantry and the footmen. So, without further ado, we're going to be making our way down to Rodok territory once again. We're going to try and level up more Inquisitors. And hopefully along the way, maybe we will be able to acquire some extremely expensive prisoners. Okay, we have spotted our first opponent, and that is of course unless he is able to make his way into Veluca before we are able to catch up to him. And as I say that, I am noticing that he has 3 swashbucklers in his army, and I would love to be able to take those guys prisoner. They are so incredible to sell. So, let's try to intercept him, shall we? Oh wow, he is way too fast. Okay, that is impressive. Oh, he's actually coming out to attack us. Are you delusional, fellow? It appears you might be. Although maybe you are at war with the Riders Majocracy and you'd prefer to fight us instead of them. Perhaps that is the case. Well, never mind. I am perfectly fine to fight you, that's for sure. So, yes, as we can see here, 138 versus 51, but I do believe he has higher tier troops than we do. At least until we level up a couple of our Blazing Hand units into Inquisitors. So let's just see here. We have 90 infantry. We probably want to change that in the future, but yes, one of you did actually state in the comments that to be safe with actually being able to take the Blazing Hand Temple, you would suggest 120 Inquisitors. So we have, I believe it is 43 now, do we not? 43 or 42 Inquisitors in the garrison at Yaruma Castle. So we're actually not too far away. I will be able to do that pretty easily once we have gotten into the rhythm of taking these guys. Why do I not have any spells? What? Oh, why did I use all my faith power? I have no clue what's going on there. Okay, well, whatever the case, we're just going to be charging straight on in here, and we're going to do as much damage as we can. Unfortunately, I am being surrounded immediately, and my horse is no doubt going to take a lot of damage. But at least we have a hammer already, so we're able to knock them unconscious. I have no clue why I lost all of my faith power. Maybe... Oh, I know what happened. I think one of the enemy's clerics was able to cast a faith power draining spell, perhaps. As you can see here, we now have it all back. Aha! That is impressive, I have to admit. What kind of thing could do that? The Rodok priests? And maybe... Oh, I thought he had some Vedmax, but apparently he doesn't have any Vedmax. That's impressive. Interesting. Okay, well, let's just see. He did actually manage to escape, which is unfortunate, but we are able to take many of these fellows prisoner. And that reminds me, I do believe next time Veteran levels up, we probably want to get some more in prisoner management. I know what you're thinking. That's not really a faith skill, is it? But did you see how much money we made from that? I mean, that was just insane. I think it's really quite worth it to go for a little bit more in prisoner management. Although, I don't know whether we would require it if we continue to get loot as amazing as this. And it's still worse than what we have. But look at it! 3,500 for that. That is very impressive indeed. So we can leave the rest of that loot, no doubt. And now let's just take a look at Master Viaskabar. And he has what? He has 8. Whoa, okay. 8 stone golems, 17 clay golems, 43 adept mages. Okay, no. We're not going to be fighting this fellow. We'll fight these guys instead. Or maybe that fellow. Let's go after him. He has 4 swashbucklers. Come back here. I am a faithful man. And you are running for some reason. But yes, I would run as well, I do believe, if I was going after myself. And it appears that Nizar is now reminiscing of the old times. Such a lovely spot at the foot of the Rodok Highlands. Such happy days I spent here. The summer before last, I had come up here with a small Swedian force, but they were caught by the Rodoks in the woods, and their horsemen cut down amid the trees. I fled and found shelter up in the high valleys, in the arms of the comeliest cowherd you ever saw. She took me to a cave near the high pastures, and would bring me cheese and berries, and tell me the tales from the hills, of playful goatmen who guide lost animals back to their flocks, or of ghostly huntsmen who ride the winds, chasing storm clouds. Such rustics they are. Eventually I had to leave, and sometimes I wonder if there is a little herdsboy swaddled on her back as she takes the cows up to pasture each morning. I'd be tempted to try to find her, but no one should never look back. Wow. That is quite the story. And, he did make it in, unfortunately, so it appears that we will have to head backwards, and we'll see if we can find those two fellows. Oh, we have someone else. Okay, let us take our pursuit of this guy. Now, I am going to be running along with him, but it is late night. I don't really want to fight him in the late night. If it becomes dawn before he gets there, then yeah, there we go. That's exactly what we like to see. So let's head in. Count Niaucha, we are going to be taking you down, and you have a actually pretty terrifying force here. 110 against 135, and we did lose quite a few units previously. Now, we want to use our spiritual hammer before we get drained again. Let's try to make that happen this time. We don't want to lose all our faith power, that's for sure. I actually wonder what that was. Was it Terrify or something, maybe? Maybe it was Terror? I have no clue. Interesting. Okay, well, we are going to be telling everyone to charge in, apart from our archers, of course. This time around, we're just going to be telling them to hold position, because before I did believe that we were going to win a little bit easier than beforehand. And really? Did I really miss that swipe? Wow, that was a terrible attack. Maybe I could take this guy out? Oh, yes, a Rodok Priest. Excellent. We definitely want those Rodok Priests to sell at the Ransom Broker. Frudak has advanced to level 9, which is excellent. Excellent news there. He can become even more berserking than usual. And it appears that many of their mages are attempting to take us out. And just as I was saying that, we get skewered in the face by one of their spearmen. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. I don't believe these guys can actually take us out. We have some pretty reasonable armor. It's not the greatest, but I don't believe we are ever going to be taken out by that spearman and his friends, but who knows? Maybe it would have happened, but I don't believe so. We have all of the healing capabilities that we require, after all. We are going to be blessing our units just for this final stint, hopefully to take out the last 2 units of his company here. Now, come on. Take him out. Thank you very much. Ooh, Blazing Hand Cavalry doing a very nice job right there. And I do believe we have the ability to take many units prisoner, including this fellow. So, that is great. Now, please, do you... Oh, wow. Did we really take one of these Knights of the King? That is excellent. Let's take one of those. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see what he sells for. Let's get some bodyguards as well. And some Rodok priests, I suppose? And it doesn't appear as though we've got any swashbucklers here, unless I cannot see them. No. It appears that that is not the case this time around. Ah, that's a little bit unfortunate. Okay, we could get some veteran crossbowmen, so let's see. What do we want to lose? If anything. Tribesmen? They are the lowest, I do believe. And some spearmen as well. Let's lose 10 of those, and then we can take some veteran spearmen, some veteran crossbowmen, and some trained crossbowmen. Why not? Anything else we need here? I do not believe so. No, that is it. Thank you very much. Okay, so anything else? No, okay, the loot is not necessarily worth it this time around. Now. Oh. As you may have seen there, my horse was killed, and it is actually killed for good. It wasn't killed just in that fight. It is actually out of action forever now, so we're going to have to get another one. Well, maybe we could actually do something about that. Maybe we could take this warg, although I'm not entirely sure whether that would really suit us. No, that would really not suit our character at the moment, would it? So no, let's not do that. Okay, let's get a couple more units here. We can get some more Blazing Hand Infantry. 8 Inquisitors already. Wow, this is going to be quite fast, I do believe. And we finally gained some Huskarls as well. Excellent. Oh, yes. Now, yes, this is actually going to be quite fast. I believe we have 50 now. We have 50 Inquisitors now. That is excellent. Very, very nice indeed. And we'll be able to revolt sooner than I thought. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it quite a lot now. Well, we will see. I believe perhaps one more episode and then we'll be able to do it. That would be impressive. Okay, well, without further ado, let's try to track down Count Tarsius here. And we'll see whether we can... whether we can attack him. But as you see here, our savings at the Gnomish Bank are now 15,500. Very nice. Now, this guy does have some swashbucklers, so I would really appreciate being able to encounter him soon. Soon? Maybe? Yes? Oh, now it's gone to midnight. That is awful. Okay, well, we're just going to have to shadow him for a little bit. Excuse the pun, as we just saw some shadows there. And we are now going to attack him. Let's do it. We are actually catching him up. We are 0.1 speed slower than him, but we were eventually able to get him here. So, let's do it. Well, he has a relatively similar army to that of the previous count that we fought, but I do believe this one will be a little easier. So let us bless everyone we can, and are these guys actually going to just charge at us straight off? Maybe they will. That might be a mistake, in my opinion. I am blessing everyone as much as I can here as well. Let's try to get everyone else blessed. And we probably just want to tell our infantry not to follow us, that's for sure. But we are going to be telling them to charge in, and we're going to be telling them to use their weapons at will, of course. So let's head on in. Let's try to heal a little bit as we are walking down. Unfortunately, no horse, so we're just going to have to heal along the way and see what we can do about making sure that we take as many of those swashbucklers prisoner as we can. That is definitely the way to go. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I may have waded in a little bit too fervently to this particular encounter here. Taking a little bit too much damage. Although they have a lot of crossbowmen, they're not really able to do too much damage, although they are proving themselves to be quite deadly, as you could probably see here. We're losing a lot of our dwarven units, especially paragons. That's definitely not something I want to see. Oh no. Well, I can only hope that some of the swashbucklers were knocked unconscious in this particular bout. If not, then so be it, but it would be really nice if we would be able to sell some of those again. And I think that actually reminds me, I might want to head back to Dwarven lands and actually get a couple more low-level dwarves, because, as you see, we are steadily losing Dwarven paragons, and of course we are leveling up Dwarven champions into those paragons, so eventually we are going to be losing quite a lot of units. So, probably not going to be a good idea. So, let's see. What are we going to take now? We actually acquired another swashbuckler, and what else do we have here? We have some veteran crossbowmen, and I think that is actually better than trained. So, shall we do that? Oh my, I have too many. I think I probably need to get rid of some here, but it appears that I don't have too much more space. So we're just going to have to leave them, very painfully leave them. And we'll take a few pieces of loot as well. Now let's take a look here. How many can we get? Ooh, some high priests. Very nice. Some more of those. 6 more? What is this? What is going on here? 6 more inquisitors? We have 14 now. That is excellent. Now, let's get a Nord Shaman, or Shaman, and we'll see what he can do to help us out. Fruorin has also gained a level, so let's see what he can spec into. I would like to level his agility a little bit more, because I'd like him to be a walking tank. So, in other words, I'd like his shield never to break. But, obviously, that is not something I can really control, but who knows, maybe we can help him out a little bit in that area. And then, of course, we do want to speak to Frudak as well. I do believe he advanced. Oh, we already did that, of course. Wonderful. Okay, well, that is great. Now, I am going to be heading back to Blazing Hand Temple, and, whoa, it's going to take us a long time, goodness me. But yes, we are going to be heading back to Blazing Hand Temple, and we'll see, and hope, that the ransom broker is still there. If not, then I'm going to be a little disappointed, but yes, that might make it a little bit more difficult to actually sell these prisoners in a worthy time. Now, as you can see here, we're still losing a huge amount. We're losing 3,000. Ouch. I do believe that is mainly due to the fact that Zagush is being looted over and over by various factions. So, the quicker that we're able to get those Blazing Hand Inquisitors, then I think the better in that regard. So, let's just head into the garrison here, and we are going to be placing these guys. Clethy has just now advanced in level as well, but I think I will ignore her for now. And yes, there we go. Another 14 Inquisitors. We have 45? I thought we had a lot more than that. Oh. Well, maybe some of them died or something. I have no clue, but yeah, I thought we had a lot more than that, but never mind. 45 is still a very good number. We only need another 60, maybe another 70. Oh my. It does sound a lot, actually, when I say it out loud. Oh my. Okay. Well, never mind. Let's see what we can do here. We'll put Count Niaucha and Count Tarsius into the garrison as well. And I think I might actually take some of these Vedmaks as well, just in case we do find the Ransom Broker at the Blazing Hand Temple. I'm pretty sure after all these days, however, he has probably moved on. And, oh, a bold move by the Saranid Sultanate. They are declaring war against the Drow. That is probably not going to work out too well for them, I have to admit. That's probably not too good. Now, Kudan only has 337 units there. I might actually decide to siege that just so that we can use an additional town, because at the moment we have to run all the way to Blazing Hand Temple every single time we want to sell, because I am obviously at war against the Vagirs, or are we? Are we still at war against the Vagirs? Yes, we are, so it's never a good sign. Quite an inconvenience, I do believe. So let's head in here. Please let there be a Ransom Broker still. No? Maybe he's upstairs? I'm holding out a little bit too much hope here, I think. I think he's probably moved on already. Oh, that would be a shame. Yeah, it is. Okay. He has gone. He has unfortunately left the premises, and we are going to, as a result, be ending this episode off here. So next time on Phantasy Calradia, we are going to have, obviously, found the Ransom Broker, and I will no doubt start the episode at that point. And then we will do our best to level up a couple more Inquisitors. I might do a little bit of leveling up off-screen just to save us some time, and then we will be revolting versus the Blazing Hand itself. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.